cycles, this becomes active in 8.4. I think we're fine. We'll be alright. Gives us something to get out the base for as well. I may need to slap down another electrolyzer now, to be honest. We're at 20 dupes now, so we probably need another deoxidizer. $400 kilos. Fuck me, you can't get much closer than that. Come on. That was pretty good. I eyeballed that. That was pretty solid. Right, that is good. So now that that's done, we will do the top tile. Is the outer wall needed for the tank to work? The outer wall is just for heat. That's it. That's why we do the outer wall with abyssalite. It isn't needed. If your water is coming in at 20 degrees, then great. Use it as a nice cooling element in your base, but it isn't needed. It's just to keep the heat in. So, for example, excuse me, the polluted water that we used down here was quite cool. But if this had been 70-degree water or 60-degree water, you'd want this shit insulated. You wouldn't want that to be radiating into your base. So that's all it's for. It's just as a heat preventative thing, really. Sorry, my PC's trolling me today. I'm going to type things wrong many times. Oh, you meant... Oh, right. Oh, no worries, Dominic. No worries. Oh, God, the mess. I just dug into an ultra-mega high-pressure oil pocket without paying attention. Call Greenpeace, please. A giant mess. Nice, Ezekiel. We've all been there. How many dupes died so far? In this colony, one. We killed one, unfortunately. It was the lovely Nallaj. Rest in peace. Press F. Oh shit, that's what I was meant to do. There we go. I'm going to keep slapping some more of these statues in with a low priority. Just to try and keep these mushrooms chill for now. Super hot over here. I should have done this better when I first built it. I should have made it out of abyssalite before I dug into it, if that makes sense. Well, it'll be alright. It'll be okay. Okay, so this is done now. I'll just do the usual check. So power, check. Automation, check. Plumbing, check. Okay, that is good. That is good. So, let's crack on with this. I want this as a priority 8. Let's get more people involved. And I'm thinking we'll do something like... Let's go here. And then we'll have our collection tank at the bottom as usual. How much space do we need? We only need 2 spaces, that's fine. And we'll dig out this gubbins here as well. I'll leave a little tile free there. Dig out this shit. Where do you want our pump? Right in the middle. So, how do I want to do this? What we'll do, dig out some of this. Some of this. This is really overkill, by the way. I don't think we need this, but I'm going to do it anyway for the fun. So, this is our wall. So we'll need to do... That's actually spot on. I think that's actually about right. So the tiles, door, tiles, weasel. That'll be fine. Please nobody get stuck up on top. I won't be saving you. It will be the end. Please don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Torello. Get down. You better get down, you son of a bitch. Okay, so all that could be an 8. We also need to get our power in. Again, we're sort of laying redundant wiring at the minute because we don't have access to... We don't have a power network, basically. But this will allow us to at least hook it up later. The ice sculpture can melt. Yeah, definitely. The ice sculpture comes in at like whatever your ice is. Like normally if it's straight from an ice biome, like -30. But yeah, they definitely melt. That's where this water's come from. So all this water down here has been slowly radiating temperature. It's actually working to cool our mushrooms as well. So I've no problem with this. We're gathering up cooler water. I might slap a couple of temp shift plates in here. Something like that. Excuse me. Okay. If we can get this wire in and get rid of these little bits of ladder, we can actually pretty much seal up the bottom bit. Then we'll put a couple of mesh tiles in. Next dupe must be me, surely. Let's have a look. Where's my list gone? You are the second in line. We've got Killer before you, and then Raptor, Not Risen Storm, Red Gnome, Mooney Guru. I have got a list that I'm trying to work down. But we've stopped taking any more dupes for a bit, Raptor, so I will get you in before the end of the colony, I promise you. But at the moment, we've got to slow down a little bit, otherwise my colony will just fucking die. Which I don't want to happen. I've got to slow down a little bit. Should have really collected some of this bleach stone, but meh. Okay. How close are we? 6.4 cycles, that's fine. So this is all in. Let's slap in a couple of mesh tiles here. Make them out of anything, doesn't really matter. That'll be fine. Just to stop any crap dropping down here, and then we can close up this bottom bit. Is everybody okay? Everybody's fine. Top of the roof on the mushroom farm, you can build another ice sculpture. Yeah, I've left it, to be honest, mate. It's alright up here. It's not too bad. I don't want to necessarily cool everything out. And these ones at the top are actually doing the best. So it'll be alright. We'll slap these in. They're on a super low priority, so as soon as the ice gets delivered as well, they start cooling the area. So you'll probably notice our ice is at -23 when it probably should be at like -30. It's already started cooling the area just by being delivered, so I'm fine with that. Okay. Now, I would like to get some hydrogen in here, so what I'm probably going to do is dig into this hydrogen and allow it to come into here. To do that, I probably need to seal off some of these bits first. So, I don't really need to put 2 Weezeworts in this. It's a bit of a waste, but we'll do it just for symmetry, if nothing else. What is the best material to make temp shift plates from? That's a really difficult question to answer, Shackle. It's a really difficult question to answer because all the different materials have different traits. Do make 2 abyss tiles in the farm bottom left. Did I miss some? Hold on a sec. I feel I just finished my factorial. Now it's time to expand and quadruple, then triple production. Nice. Do make 2 abyss tiles in the farm bottom left. You mean here? I'm sort of just cooling everything, Mex. I see what you mean, like... But But this is granite. I mean, this is radiating my temperature. Not needed. Not needed. Sorry, Max. I disagree. I disagree. We've started cooling this rock down here now, which is quite nice. This water's warming up quite a lot. But we are at like 50 odd degrees, which is quite nice. So as this granite cools, it'll start cooling the liquid down here. Eventually this will warm up and it'll all sort of average out, and then we can mop, well, not mop it, but pump this out and dump some more water from here, which would be good. Right, I think we've basically done as much as we can here. So, how am I going to get this hydrogen easily, I wonder? There isn't actually that much there. There's more up here. Big old ladder. We can get rid of this later. Yeah, the best material, it sort of depends on what you're trying to do. If you're trying to transfer temperature quickly, I would recommend diamond. If it's something that doesn't matter too much, like it's something like when we do our Weezewort rooms here, our Weezeworts are going to be cooling constantly for, you know, prolonged periods of time whilst there's no heat generation being needed to be dealt with, if you like. So anything to do, granite or igneous I thought was the new super material, but igneous is more for if you want things to keep their temperature for quite some time. It depends what you're trying to do. It sort of varies. Metal is generally the best for most things. Like if you can make it out of metal, go for it, but diamond is obviously the top of the shop. My game is slightly broken. Do you have any suggestions? The whole screen is kind of squished up. Have you go into your options, graphics, and change your UI scale? Have you done something like this? Have you done this business? Why is that 1024? That's weird. Instead of two Weezewort, you could have one centered in the middle top of the build. Yeah, but it's not middle though, is it? Hold on, let me just make this a bit smaller. I don't know what's comfortable for you guys on stream, by the way. I think I normally have it like that or something. That must be it. Try that, see how you get on, Tom. Yeah, it won't quite be middle because it's 4 wide, and I think it'd bother me. I'd need to put 2 in. Igneous is the solid variation of chlorine. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah, I didn't get what you were meaning then, but yeah, sort of, yeah. It's very good at retaining. You're very welcome, buddy. Very welcome. Hope it helps. Is there something to look for when trying to cool an area down? I was thinking of a Weezewort surrounded by those temperature plates. Well, if you're doing like a little 3x3 like I'm going to do here, I'm just going to put 1 plate in the middle. That's it. I am torn now, though, Scyther, as to whether to just pump hydrogen and just fucking slapped. I'm over engineering this for no real reason. Let's get rid of this shit. Change your mind. Change your mind entirely. We'll just put some Weezewort at the top and some hydrogen, it'll be fine. If it's not fine, we'll fix it in the future. But I think it'll be fine. 110 degrees is pretty small. Five cycles. We're against the clock now, otherwise I prove Max right. Plan on trying chlorine as a cooling solution, not by... You've been planning on trying chlorine as a cooling solution, not by spreading cold, but instead absorbing heat, Then store the hot chlorine in a compressed chamber. Tom Riddle, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Much appreciated. Welcome to the stream, as I say. Any questions you've got, by the way, there's no question too newbie. Just go for it. Anything that you're struggling with, just ask. Then store the hot chlorine in a compressed chamber. It depends what you consider hot. Like, hot is relative, so if you've got something like, say you make a load of hot chlorine, and hot chlorine to you is 300 degrees, well, to me, that's perfect for heating up a steam turbine. So, it's relative. Like, it depends how hot you're going with it. Like, if you're less than 120 degrees or 125 degrees, you can use it to cool down your batteries or your transformers or machinery that won't overheat. Do you see what I mean? So, first time I see that, I just found a leaky oil fissure with an eruption period. Yeah, they're constant, mate. They're constant until dormant. What video software do you use? I have OBS and I can't seem to put animations on it. OBS, mate. I use OBS. YouTube. YouTube is your friend. YouTube and Photoshop. Get tinkering. That's what I've started doing. I'm teaching myself, basically, Tom. Yeah, that's what I'd recommend. Right, we do need to crack on with this. I'm conscious that stress is getting high, and it's fucking Scyther again. What is his problem? Is he a delicate little flower? Is it something to do with the jobs? Oh, possibly. Oh, Scyther, come on, mate. Come on now, we'll give you a bit of centre of attention as well. Thought I had something special there. No, the only problem with the leaky oil fissures, or geysers, is how to cool the oil, because it's very, very hot. So yeah, that's the real challenge. That's my plan. I use for chlorine geysers besides storing food excess. Yeah, I think that's realistically one of the only... I mean, I'm probably going to use this chlorine geyser here. I'm probably going to use what I mentioned earlier, use the chlorine to actually cool down my other systems, like my battery room and stuff like that. I don't know yet. Chlorine's a bit of an arse. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, again, it's all relative though. Like, one thing that's hot for one job is perfect for cooling another job. So let's start getting some of this stuff swept. Don't worry about that. How are we for health, by the way? Is anyone damaged? So Fuchs is slightly scalded, I reckon, but it'll be alright. So, how do we want to do this? How do we want to do this, I wonder? Just slap a couple of... tiles in. I think something nice and simple. And we'll get some of this hydrogen in. That's what we'll do. And let's just get some granite temp shift plates. And we don't need many of them, we'll just slap like one there. One there. One there, one there. Okay, slap you in as well. Gonna have all sorts of gas in there, but I'm gonna try and trap some of this hydrogen. I'll probably... I don't know whether I can be arsed putting a pump up here to actually pump some in. I should probably do that. Probably not be such a lazy jerk and actually do that. We can seal this up now. Scooby, thank you very much for the follow, buddy. Welcome to the stream. How's it going? How are you? What bot do you have? I'm currently using chatbot, although I'm thinking of not using chatbot anymore because it's starting to do my fucking head in. But yeah, Streamlabs chatbot. Right, let's dig up you, and let's dig up... How can we get over it nicely? I'm going to want this wolframite anyway, so I'm probably just going to plough down here. dig out this as well. And then we'll just dig up you. Fine. So much wolframite in this biome. Holy shit. This is going to be death if I'm not careful. This sort of dig is never wise, by the way, because there's granite in the area. And one wrong dig and they'll all get trapped. Like this sort of thing here, where Mid-Jones is currently trapped. Oh, they'll be alright. How are we for algae? 796 kilos. We're pissing through it quickly. Steam vent, 4 cycles. Okay. I'm thinking this is probably going to be enough cooling, you know. Just this up here. I'll close off this side now. We'll try and suck some hydrogen in with these wheezeworts, and I might just try and crack into this, honestly. If I don't get enough from here, I will pump some down. Let's just, what have we got around here? Got some abyssalite. Just igneous rock. We'll use some igneous rock. Fucking hypothermia. Son of a bitch. Okay, have we got access to the wheezeworts yet? Let's get rid of edible for a minute. We've got 18 hatchling eggs, delicious. Wheezeworts 1. Where's the other one? Down here. Okay. Pump still needs automation. Oh, did I not put that in? Well spotted, Mex. Thank you, buddy. Miles away then. I think we'll put the automation. Why don't we just put it up here, actually? Fuck it. No, we'll put it down there. We'll put it here. Thank you for that, Max. That could have been a bit of a ball ache. So we'll get these wheezeworts planted, and then we'll crack open this hydrogen and see if we can get it to flow nicely over to us. That would be the dream. Or at least some of it. We'll probably end up putting a vent down here anyway and pumping some more in, but whatever. There's lots of polluted oxygen, chlorine and shit in here that I really don't want in here, because that'll really cock up our cooling. Who's suffocating? Oh, Lopo. Fingers crossed. There is gas when you get there. Or you're in trouble. I need to shut this off really, because this is going to be a constant trap otherwise. Got a lot of CO2 now. Need to start dealing with this soon. Quite a lot of CO2 building up. Our single slickster is not enough. Right, this is good to go. This is good to go. This can be sealed up. Sweep out you. And hopefully, if we do this right, we can start picking up some of this hydrogen. I hate Streamlabs chat, but I got tired of waiting for videos to be posted on YouTube. Oh, Paragon, good evening, bud. So, hello there. How are you, mate? Welcome to the stream, buddy. Nightbot is the way to go, in my opinion. I was looking at Nightbot. I looked at Nightbot when I first started streaming, but I didn't want the music integration. So one of the main features of Nightbot that it prided itself on at the time was the music. So it figured it seemed like a bit of a waste for me. But recently I've been getting more and more pissed off with chatbots, so I may be doing a change soon. It's been doing my fucking head in, honestly. Read what Maximus Prime said. What did Maximus Prime say? Pump still needs automation. Yeah, I did. I read that. It's okay. Sorry, that was like 4 minutes ago. Sorry, Scyther. Should build a vent and some gas pipe for any future needs. That's what this is for. That's what this ladder's going to be for. I'm going to set up a little pump up here and pump some hydrogen down, but I'm not worrying about it yet. I'm going to basically collect some of this hydrogen for now, and that'll be fine. For now. What I should be doing is that. Again, this is probably way bigger than it needs to be, but I just wanted something that would be easy to understand and symmetrical and pretty. This should all be 6. We'll up this to a 7 now, because this is going to erupt soon as well. So that needs to be done. And we'll sweep this with a 9, because nothing's getting done at the minute. Assuming I've still got compactors with space, yeah. How's this looking now? So we've basically spread the temperature out a lot with this. Before we had the compactors that were really, really cold because they got ice in them. These 3 at the end have ice in them. But nothing else was getting cooled. Now we spread the temperature. So eventually this liquid will cool down and start killing off some of our germs. That is the plan. This looks to be nice and chill now, which is good. We'll make sure these don't get carved because I don't want them being carved. And we're good to go. Right, this has been swept. Beautiful. Let's slap in a vent down here somewhere. Yeah, let's slap in a vent down here. The reason I'm putting it down here is because if I ever do want to pump any hydrogen in the future, I can use the fact that the steam's erupting to displace gas in front of the vent, and it'll mean I'll be able to pump gas in there, all being well. So fuck off. I'll run the pipe outside as well, so I don't have to deal with debris going inside. That'll be fine. This can deal with itself. I think everybody can reach everything here as long as nobody gets trapped anywhere stupid like here. I think we'll be okay. And then we can tidy all this crap out later. Beautiful. Right. What I might do is just put in a coal gen for now. Or maybe what we'll do, it's nearly 1 o'clock now, we'll probably look at setting up a power grid on our next stream, I think. I won't do power tonight because it's just too much digging and fanning about. But we'll do a power grid next stream. We've done quite a lot today considering. We've dug out an awful lot of space and tidied up a lot of water and pumped it into our nice little holding tank here. We're now at ridiculous amounts of water in here, which is pretty sweet. We did our little hatch space as well. Done quite a lot today. I like it. Let's just wait for this bastard to start erupting. We'll get this finished as well, and then the next thing to do is get this one capped up here. I think this one will just keep nice and dirty. We'll just put a couple of mesh tiles in, use the fact that there's already hydrogen in the room.